Hello everyone, what's up? It's me and Youngmosa3, and this is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of May. I'm sorry this is sort of delayed, but there is some reasons behind why I haven't uploaded that many videos lately, but I'll get to that at the end of this video. Yeah, let's begin with the films themselves, the top 5 of the month. First up at number 5 is a film that I do not have in my collection, and it seems to be really hard to come across actually. The film is called Zero Day from the early 2000s, and this is like a fictional, not fictional, but it's like loosely based off of the Columbine shootings that happened in the late 90s, and this really, I mean, it's sort of shot like the Blair Witch Project, like a found footage type of deal, until the end when it just goes nuts really. Um, but this one is really good just because it feels very realistic the way they shot this, and the way the main characters act in this. I think the acting in this was really good as well. So if you're interested in those type of films in general, I mean this one was really tense and very scary at the same time. Yeah, Zero Day at number 5, really good film. Then at number 4, I I we have Annihilation, which is a quite recent film. I think this came out like 1 or 2 years ago. Uh, let's see if it says on the back. I'm not too sure. 2019, I believe. But this one is, I think people have probably already talked about this one to death. But this is a really nice mix between, I would say, like Andrei Tarkovsky's Stalker and Color Out of Space. Stalker, I'm a big fan of. Color Out of Space, I thought was a little bit overrated, but still liked it though. But this one is such a really weird mix between those two films. It feels like, and I really like the locations and the fact that you actually get to know the characters really well. Because I think that's sort of an issue when it comes to newer films, that it's just action, 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 or horror, 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 and nothing else. So this one you really get to know the characters, and it is creepy and weird. I mean, there is like this type of monster in this one as well, which is just one of the freakiest things I've seen in a long time. And the cast is amazing as well. Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, um, what's his name? The guy was oh, Oscar Isaac, I believe. And I think it was quite interesting as well because there's a Swedish actress in this which I recognized as well, Tuva Novotny. So that was really interesting. But yeah, if you like your like more, I mean, this is like a horror sci-fi really, and sort of a slow burner. So if you're not into that, you know what to avoid. But this one, if for those of you who want like a little bit deeper meaning to it, this is really nice, in my opinion. So yeah, Annihilation. Now I've been talking about that movie for like almost 3 minutes. And at number 3, we have also a quite new film, which came out last year, I believe. The film is called Uncle Peckerhead, which is about this. Oh, damn, it's cracked! What the hell is this? Oh, shit. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. It's like a little crack down there. So, probably need to replace this one. Shit. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. This is about like a band that is gonna try to play on all types of gigs and just to live the dream as a punk band, really. But they don't have any transportation to get to all of these gigs, so they walk around and they ask, and no one's just like no one's picking up on their like calling them back. So they eventually meet this really weird guy called Peck Red, but among his friends he's called Peck. That's what he says. So yeah, he pretty much decides to to drive them to these gigs really, and they don't really know the backstory to this guy because I think it was every midnight he turns into some sort of creature or monster, and he has to deal with this through like some sort of needles, like some sort of like a medication. Uh, yeah, really interesting and funny and entertaining film. So yeah, great horror comedy for being a newer horror comedy at that. So yeah, Uncle Peckerhead at number 3. And at number 2, we have a classic which I should have been watching way years ago, but unfortunately I didn't. But now I did, and this film is directed by Mel Brooks, and the film is Young Frankenstein. This is the Swedish title, if you wonder. Um, I mean, I thought that what's his name? I thought that Gene Wilder would be my favorite in this, but my favorite character in this is Igor. He's so damn likable and funny and weird at times as well. And I think probably people have already talked about this movie to death as well, but this is probably one of my new like Mel Brooks favorites. Really, I would still say Spaceballs is my absolute favorite one, but this one is probably like in the top 3. So yeah, and the scene with Gene Hackman in it, that's probably my favorite scene of this entire film. So yeah, Young Frankenstein at number 2. And at number 1 we have a film directed by Kinji Fukasaku. I think I probably butchered his name. The same guy who directed the Battle Royale films. The film is called Shogun's Samurai. This is very different from Battle Royale. This is like a war, drama, action type of film. But the really nice thing about this is that, I mean, it runs for like more than 2 hours, but it does not feel like 2 hours because it has a very good pace. It's not like action, 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 or and it's not drama, drama, drama. It's a very nice mix between all of these genres. But overall, I would say this is more of a drama film than a straightforward action film. But it's sort of reminding me of Ron by Akira Kurosawa, because it's the same type of thing with who's gonna take over this throne. So it's basically between these two brothers. So they pretty much starts a war against each other and recruit people from all kinds of like areas. So yeah, I mean, amazing cinematography and great acting, and the ending is just amazing to me as well. It's just, I don't know how to describe it really, but Shogun Samurai, if you're a fan of Japanese films in general, Shogun Samurai is definitely one that you should watch. So yeah. So that's it for the top 5 of the month. Now I'll get to the not so funny part about this video, not this particular video, but videos in general on YouTube. I'm not sure of how many of you that watch my videos like quite regularly, if you know the whole backstory to YouTube's new age verification system, which I think is total bullshit, because I think I think if you live in the US, you are pretty much saved from that whole bullshit. But if you live in Europe, you are pretty much just fucked. It just sorry for my language, but I get really mad at this, because I mean, it was bad back in the day when they decided to that every YouTube channel should also have a Google Plus channel, and everyone thought that was stupid. And this is even worse in my opinion, because now they force you to show your ID or your fucking credit cards to watch like an age restricted video. I mean, I do get that they try to hide the kids for that. I mean, for those type of materials, but come on. I mean, there's some videos that I've watched like numerous of times before, which was age restricted, that I just logged into the site and then I could watch the video. Is that not enough? I mean, that's so stupid, because I've had my channel for like almost like 16 or 17 years right now, and does that mean that, do they think that I'm getting younger? And by the way, why would they need my credit cards or ID for? At least, I mean, when it comes to hackers and stuff these days, I mean, do they think people are stupid when it comes to that? So I would say that just overall, I don't understand why you do this, YouTube and Google. But I mean, couldn't we just let people decide for themselves what to watch and keep our children away from materials that we find disturbing? It's not like there is like it's not like there is like a parent that says, now I forced my kid to watch these disturbing clips or this disturbing video. And I mean, it's just up to the parents, I would say. And I mean, I remember I watched some really disturbing things just when I turned 15. But it's not like I'm gonna ban this and I want this movie to get banned or this video to get flagged. I mean, yeah, that's just my little rant for the rest of this video. But because of that, I'm not really sure how long I will. I think I might take a break from YouTube. That's what I wanted to say, because I'm just getting so angry at this whole stupid system that just forces you to show credit cards, and I mean that I think that's sort of, I mean that feels like dictatorship to me. Yeah. Anyway, other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, keep your eyes open for the next video, even though I'm not really sure when that video is gonna come up, but I will probably try to upload videos anyways, but you never know when it comes to YouTube and Google these days. But yeah, we'll have to keep our fingers crossed and hope that this whole scenario turns out for the better at one point. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.